All right, you guys. Thanks so much for everybody coming on tonight. Chelsea and I know a couple of other Diamond leaders. We really thought it would be great if we, got together and just kind of talked about our stories and how we promoted to Diamond and what you need to do if you really want to promote and you want to take this business seriously. I know so many of you guys are so close to huge promotions. I know a lot of you guys went Diamond last month. Congratulations, Michelle and Phil, and there's a bunch of other people that went Diamond on Carol Ann's team. And you know what? It's just so crazy what a couple of weeks and a month can do in your business. I know when I started this business, when I heard about this $10,000 bonus, I was like, oh my gosh, like, what do I need to get there? Because you know what, honestly, you get to Diamond and that's when you really start making a great income, right? You can make thousands of dollars. I know, Michelle, you had a raise. Everybody, once you get to Diamond, it's like you're getting raises. You're getting all these, extra bonuses, and everyone can do it. You just have to be willing to put in the time and be wanting to learn, right? So Chelsea and I are going to talk a little bit about our stories, and then we're going to ask a couple of the other Diamond leaders, about their stories and how they got to Diamond and just the work that needs to be put in. Because I think some people join and they think they're going to be successful right out the gate, right? Because we all started with the same business kit. I literally joined and I thought everybody would join me my first month. It's not like that, right? This is a business. It takes time. If you really want to make a big income, you have to take it seriously. You have to put in the work. It's not just a couple posts on Facebook here and there and, go MIA for a week and then come back, right? People want to see your excitement. They want to see that you're, excited and consistent in your business. And they want to see that you actually really care and you're putting in the work to get there, right? If I gave up after a month or two, I definitely wouldn't be where I am now, right? We all have hard patches. I know Chelsea and I were chatting with this earlier. We've had people, I feel like in this business, people either quit or they keep promoting. It's either one or the other. And when you quit, you're just quitting on yourself, right? It's really too bad because I never quit on anyone on my team. If they don't want to do the business, that's fine, but I will not quit on people. I will keep pushing people until if they don't want to do it, that's fine. But this business is life-changing. It has completely changed my family's life. And, Chelsea and I were talking where we were a year ago and then, 2 years ago, right when I started. If you've been in the business a couple of months or you've just started or maybe you started in the summer and you haven't really gotten going yet, right? That's okay because a lot of people can get going again, right? Chelsea joined, it'll be 2 years this summer, but about a year and 8 months, right? So I'm going to let Chelsea chat a little bit about how she got to Diamond, and then we'll all kind of tell you our stories and the work that needs to be put in to get there. And you guys, honestly, when you get to Diamond and you keep promoting, it's life-changing. It really is, okay? So I would love Chelsea to chat and let us know a little bit about her story and how she got there. And 32 of you guys are on right now. This is exciting because you know what? We have a huge team and everyone, if you show up, you go up, right? We always say that. I saw Tony Robbins last week. 99% is showing up and learning. If you don't want to learn from your mentor, that's fine. But to me, I wanted to make 5 figures a month. So I was getting on every single thing. I had never done network marketing, right? So I was getting on every single thing to learn. Okay, so you can go, Chelsea. Yay. Thanks, Chelsea.
You're welcome.
Double diamond, almost triple diamond. Here's Chelsea.
How are you guys? How's it going? You guys excited for potential diamond bonuses that are coming in the next month or two? Yeah? You guys hyped up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? All right. So as Tana said, I'm Double Diamond Leader Chelsea Cooper with It Works Global. I've been in the business a year. I believe it's a year and 8 months now. July will be 2 years, so I'm not good at math. But anywho, I started July with 2 days left in July 2015, and it didn't come easy. Tana's had to follow up with me quite often just because I was never skeptical of the business. I was just uneducated, which is a lot of people's basically their issue before they start. A lot of people just don't understand what network marketing is. They think that it's meant for them to focus on sales and being salesy and being the sham wow guy. And when in fact, that's not what it is. Network marketing is a relationship business. and it's meant to help people. And we are lucky enough to be in one of, if not the top network marketing company out there. I mean, we're biased, of course, but you know, we're just so lucky to be a part of this. And the fact that you guys are on tonight, like, just says so much. You guys want this. And just like Tan says, it's what we always say is show up to go up. You know, these things aren't required, but you're making it a point to be on here. I started with 2 days left in July of 2015. After 6 months of Tanis following up with me, I finally jumped in after I smartened up a bit and I took the chance. And I told her from day one, I said, I want to be a Black Diamond. That's what I said. And I think that whenever you're starting something like this, your mindset is key. It sounds pretty hippie, but it's very true. If you're not aligning what you're thinking with your heart, your soul, everything like that, then it's not going to happen, because you're not going to put the effort in that is needed to succeed. So if you're not telling yourself right now that you're a diamond, then it's going to be kind of hard to get there, right? Because whenever you believe it and you feel it, you have that fire in you. You wake up with intention every day and you work your business with that intention. You make sure that you're posting every day. You make sure that you're doing the background stuff. You know, posting is just showing up to the business. So that's just like showing up to a 9 to 5. You know, you're just clocking in. You have to do the background stuff. You have to get on your eSuite and check declined cards. You have to get on and check cancellations. You have to make sure that you're, you know, having really great customer service with your customers, because a lot of times those customers are going to turn into your distributors. So from day one, I started watching YouTube videos, really how to be successful, and it works. So there's a few top earners that popped up, some that you can follow. Now you can follow Tanis. You started posting a few videos. You have our welcome video, and I'm sure you'll do a few more. But Stephanie Dunn, Jocelyn Yates, Jade Cooper. I mean, if you really want to get far in this business, pop these on in the morning whenever you're getting ready for work, or, you know, when you're in the shower. Just anytime you have a few minutes to listen, fill up your cup. Okay. Listen to how to talk to potentials. Jade Hooper has a really, really great YouTube. It's called Seal the Deal, with her verbiage, and it works. You know, keep it super simple is something we say as well. Whenever we start, we're very excited. So it's easy to have that word vomit in the beginning of your journey, and just kind of give everybody that you talk to, or send them like an essay. And that's just too much, right? That's kind of impersonable. That's how you kind of make people feel like a dollar sign's hanging above their head. It's not genuine. So you really want to focus on building that relationship. So ask people how they're doing, you know, connect with them on a personal level. You don't have to start with "it works." And it's not being fake by any means, but it's just being a human being and being that positive light in their life, right? So, I mean, I didn't get my Ruby bonus. There was actually a Ruby bonus going on. Was it 500, Tan? I think it was an extra 500. And then I didn't actually obtain that. I didn't go Ruby until 4 months into my business. But did I stop? No, I kept pushing through. So it was this time last year, I actually double promoted to Emerald and then Diamond. And I obtained $22,000 in bonuses, $2,000 for Emerald, $20,000 for Diamond. Went double Diamond in June. There wasn't, I don't think there was any bonuses around at that point in time, but double promoted in June, and now I'm finally getting triple diamond this month and 50,000. So imagine if I were to have stopped, you know, that first or second or third month before I hit Ruby when things got tough. Like, I would not be here, y'all. With the preliminary commissions it just posted, that was my biggest paycheck, or will be on the 15th, my biggest paycheck that I've ever accumulated in this business, ever. So going from $25, my first check, the first 2 days of July, I made $25. I was like, okay, $25 I didn't have before. I'm good with that. Now to almost $9,000 a month. Like, y'all,
that's
come on.
American, you guys, for us Canadians.
Yeah, so that's insane. And the thing is like, I'm not lucky. If I was lucky, you know, I would have been probably getting that Ruby bonus, you know, all this stuff. It's hard work, guys. And it's not that I wasn't not working at first, but I was still filling things out whenever I started. And I was consistent every day. I still am. I've never taken a day off from my business. People say, well, does that mean you're missing family functions? You're on your phone all the time. Like, don't you disconnect? Absolutely, I disconnect. I don't have to take a day off of work, because every day is a day off of work. This isn't work to me. This is my passion, helping people and, you know, showing them different ways of life, different opportunities for them to come home and not have to miss days with their family. for. I don't know. It's pretty awesome. Wants to know.
Guys, I think she froze there for a second. You guys can hear me, right? Okay. I was like, what's going on? I think she just had some bad connection. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, you guys, Chelsea is a prime example of everybody has different journeys in this business. Like I promoted to Diamond. I think it took me 3.5 months, right? And then it took me longer to go double Diamond, right? So everybody has a little bit of a different story on how they get to Diamond. But I would love to hear from Tori next. I know there's Tori with Mason in the back. Hi, Tori. I'll unmute you. So Tori started last January. Hi, Tori. I unmuted you. Hi, Mason. Tori, I can't hear you. Is your audio on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So yeah, I started last January, 2016. So a little over a year ago. And it was probably, I wasn't one of those that just hopped right on. I watched Chelsea for like 5 or 6 months, and it took her consistency following up with me for me to actually join. Oh my gosh. Okay. For me to actually join. I came up with every excuse in the book why this wouldn't work or why I didn't want to do it. And then I just kept seeing her positive posts and how she was succeeding in the business. And I was like, I want that for myself. She was telling me where she was going in the business, which made me want to jump on even more. I'm like, look at all the potential that there is in this business. So I jumped on January 15th, made my very first post that day and started posting consistently every single day after. I'm probably one of those over posters. Like I post like 5 to 10 times a day. I'm an over poster, but I just get really excited and I want to share with everybody. So my probably biggest advice is just tell people where you're going. People want to know where you're going before they join with you. They want to know that you're going to succeed. They want to keep watching you to make sure that you don't quit. I told, as soon as I joined, I said, I'm going to be Diamond by December, right? I didn't even know what a Diamond was. I didn't even know how many wraps came in a pack. Like, I had no clue what I was doing, but I saw the chart and I was like, I want to be making $2,000 a month by December. So that was my goal. And we actually, I double promoted executive in Ruby in February, the end of February. So a month and a half went Ruby, and then Emerald, and then in May I went Diamond. And then this month promoting to double Diamond. So for me, mine's a little different too because I promoted fast in the beginning, and then did a little rebuilding and refiguring, and now almost a year later, I'm going to promote again to double Diamond. So if I would have quit when things got hard back in June, July for the summer, for me, it got a little slower and a little bit harder. If I would have quit then, I wouldn't be earning $30,000 bonus this month. My paycheck wouldn't have been the highest it's ever been this month. So really consistency is truly key in this business and just building those genuine relationships. Like Chelsea said, like we cannot be salesy. Most of my team I've never even met before. I literally met them through Facebook. I've never met them face to face, but I feel like I've known them forever just from how much we talk on social media and through the phone. Mm-hmm. So that's part of the building their relationship.
Aw, that's awesome, Tori. And you know what I love so much about Tori's journey? I mean, and I always tell Tori that her journey reminded me a little bit of mine because I got to Diamond really quick and then I had to kind of learn what worked for me, right? Because each level and rank that you go, you need to be a stronger person, right? Because you know, there's a lot of women in this business. I mean, we do have men on the team too. But you know what? You really need to learn what works for you. I know as soon as I went double, I was like, something really clicked, right? It was actually last fall, like 2 falls ago, working on my double promotion. And, you know, I had runners that came into my business, and I had some close friends that maybe came into my business that just kind of fell off. They just didn't really put in the work, right? They had different goals. You know, my goal from the get-go, I wanted to, you know, get to ambassador, and you know what, hey, if I get to black diamond, that's great too. But my goal was ambassador diamond. You know what, I really was like, okay, you know, if I put in, you know, the work and, you know, the time and, you know, and I can get there. I mean, not many people are making $37,000 American a month average, right? And I mean, that's crazy to me, right? You know, looking at the commissions, and I never talk and post to brag, and, you know, but it's crazy what this can do for your family. It's just crazy. So if you really want it and you're putting in the work and you're showing up, your leaders can know that you're showing up, right? We want to help you, but, you know, we also don't want to force someone to do it if their heart's not in it, because there's so many other people who really want it for their families, right? So I really want to help everybody, but you know what? I'm going to always be there and wanting to help someone who's showing up and really wants it for their family and is putting in the work. And putting in the work, as Chelsea said, isn't just posting on Facebook. You know, it's getting out there, it's talking to people, it's growing your network, it's learning the tools, how to be a professional in this business, right? So we're in network marketing, and it's growing relationships, it's growing your social media, it's working with your team, which is huge. I think I focus a lot of time working with my team, and there's a lot of us now. There's almost 1,700 total. You know, there's a lot of us. So, you know, of course, if you signed up with one person, you want to go to your upline or the diamond leader or who's ever in that group. But there's a lot of people. And if I look back from a year ago, it's crazy how much has changed. It's crazy. And then the year before that too, right? So anything can happen in a month, anything can happen in a year, but you really have to treat this seriously, right? You know, I know which ones really want it. I know which ones are kind of, you know what I mean? So the great thing about this business is that, you know, you can always bring in new people who really want it. Because if you want a promotion, you have to work. I was talking about this with Chelsea. Like, you have to work for that promotion. Like, when I wanted to get that $10,000 diamond bonus, that month, going diamond and double diamond, I think were my hardest promotions, but I really needed it for my family, and I made it happen. So when people tell me that they're trying, you know what, you either do it or you don't, right? You're either all in, you're like, I'm getting this bonus. When you say you're trying, you're like, okay, like, I'll try. And then I hear people like complaining about things, and then I go and look at their social media, and they're not consistent, unless maybe they're doing tons of wrap parties and one-on-ones and they're just not on social media. But you have to be consistent and excited. You have to show people what you're all about in your journey, because they're going to go join someone else. You know, they're going to go join someone who really cares. I have had so many people who have joined me over other people, and I ask them, I say, oh, weren't you friends with so-and-so? Like, they're like, oh, I didn't really know if she was working the business anymore. And I'm like, no one ever on our team, like sidelines and people that I know and stuff, right? But so if you want to get to diamond, like, I know, like, for example, I'm just saying this for an example. I know Michelle last month, and I know this because, you know, I was chatting with her, but she, you know, Chelsea, of course, was chatting with her all the time. I know what she did to get to diamond. Like, she was working her butt off. She was doing one-on-ones and parties, and I always see her on my social media, right? So if something isn't working for you, don't just throw in the towel, because there's so many different ways to work this business. Like, that's the biggest thing. I know a lot of you guys, oh my gosh, look at me as Cat. Oh my gosh, looks like a little tiger, really cute. So many of you guys work your business so many different ways. But I know I just saw Robin. Now, Robin, hi, Robin. Robin's going to tell us a little bit about her story too. So Robin was a customer of mine first, you guys. And I actually met Robin years ago. We met in a yoga class. And she actually joined, you know, wanted to buy some stuff for me and support me. And then I was like, you know what, you should join the team. And she was excited to join. I'll let her chat a little bit about Diamond, about how she got to Diamond, and you know, she's close to getting double soon, like right away. So, what's up, Steph? Hi, Robin.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, like Tana said, like we met in yoga class, and I actually, like, I had seen her post, and she actually messaged me about the business, and I was like, yeah, I've heard that, because I was actually a distributor back in 2012. I had joined and didn't know the person that I signed up under. I had seen it on Facebook, and like, she really never even contacted me again. And I wasn't like really interested in the business at that time. I wanted to do the wraps. So basically I just let my, I didn't renew my distributorship. So then I, you know, just told Tanis, I'm like, yeah, I know, you know, about the wraps, and I'll just sign up as a customer. And I think the first month, that's when she promoted to Diamond. And I was like, wait a minute, like, I need to like reassess the situation, because I knew, you know, like the bonus structure, and I saw that, you know, she went Diamond in like 4 months, and I'm like, you know, I got to do something. I mean, our my husband and I both had our own businesses, and when the economy tanked in 2008, we both had to go get 9-to-5 jobs, and I hated it. You know, I mean, I still work from home, so that's nice, but I'm still working for somebody else. I still have to be accountable for my time for someone else, and I'm working for a big company that doesn't care about me and, you know, my needs. And so I decided like a month later that I was just gonna be a distributor, and it took me, I think, 10 months to go Ruby. And once I went Ruby, I think people really started paying attention. I was always consistent on social media. And I think once they saw that like it was real, like I was, you know, actually going somewhere in the business, all of a sudden I had people contacting me like from nowhere, you know, like people were messaging me, like asking me about the business. And I signed up like quite a few distributors, and I double promoted. I think it was May, I double promoted. So like a year later, I double promoted to Emerald and then Diamond. So it took me 12 months to go Diamond, and I'm working on double Diamond this month. And I think a lot of it is, I mean, I do most of my business on social media, and I am really consistent, but I'm, you know, I really want that promotion this month, and I want to help the girls on my team. So we just did a big vendor fair, and we have a lot of people to follow up with. And I mean, I'm filling my calendar. Like that's, you know, that's what I'm doing. And getting in people's face with the wraps, because we had so many people. I have so many people that say like, the market's saturated, everybody knows about it. And we had a vendor fair on Saturday, and it's huge. Like there's 7,000 to 9,000 women that go through there. And I would say a handful had heard of It Works. You know, there was very, very few that knew what the wrap was or what it did. And we were answering all kinds of questions. And we had 4 girls working like each shift. Like we took a morning and an afternoon. So for anybody to say that everybody knows about it, that's just crazy. You know, it's really just getting out there and talking to people. Like today I had jury duty, and so tomorrow, like I'm on jury duty again. I got blitz cards for all these gals that I'm on jury with. So, but yeah, that's really all it is. Just being consistent and getting out there and talking to people.
That's awesome. Thanks, Robin. Now I thought, like, I know Chelsea and I were just going to talk a little bit more about what we do daily, because I know everybody kind of works their business a little bit differently. But I will say all those diamonds who just spoke, all of them, I notice all their posts on Facebook. Like I see, you know, Tori's and Chelsea's and Robin's, and, you know, I know Michelle also. Michelle, did you want to chat a little bit about going diamond? Michelle's our newest diamond. And you know what? I will say something about all these girls. Like all their social medias are like exciting, and I see them. Because remember how the algorithm works. That's why you have to be consistent, because, you know, if Sally isn't consistent on Facebook, no one's going to see her post. No one's going to be like, oh, I'm going to go look up Sally right now, unless they're going to go look her up to go look at her page, right? So a lot of you, I see your posts. A lot of you, I don't. It's just how the algorithms work, right? So you really need to find out how to work social media. That's the biggest thing. I mean, I feel like I always notice, you know, and the more you comment and like stuff on people's posts, of course, too, right? So all these girls, I see all their posts on social media. And, you know, for the most part, I see a lot of your posts. But, I mean, there's so many of us now. I don't go and like and comment on I try and do a little bit here and there, right? But, Michelle, if you could tell us a little bit how busy your month in February was, because February is such a crazy month, but March is like the month, you guys. It gets really busy. So now it's a really exciting time. And Michelle's close to going double too now.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Okay, so I promoted last month to Diamond, but I had been in the business for 8 months, I guess. I joined the last month of June under Chelsea after telling her no for 7 or 8 months. Actually, I didn't even tell her no. I just ignored her. So being honest. So, you know, that happens to all of us every day. And I try to tell my team, and I even sent them a screenshot of Chelsea trying to talk to me and me completely giving her the cold shoulder, like to show them like this happens all the time and you can't give up on people.
That's okay. She did.
So I did. Yeah. She did that to you too. She told me,
yeah.
But, so I guess I didn't go Ruby. I didn't get my Ruby bonus either. And I was really bummed. And honestly, I almost quit. I think everybody kind of goes through that. I didn't like almost quit. I just was like, like what? I don't know. Just didn't really push. I'm in nursing school. I have 2 toddlers and just kind of had to decide that I was going to make the time for it. And I went through a phase when I really didn't think I was going to. I thought I was just going to let it just kind of fade out. I had done other network marketing companies in the past. And nothing against those companies. I honestly think it was me that I didn't put forth the work, because I think that you can be successful with probably any of these companies as much as I love ours. I think it's about deciding that you're in it and that you're in it to do it and you're really going to do it. And that determination is what will get you where you need to be, because my first 4 months or so, I didn't even really try. I mean, I did, but not like I do now. So I think had I done what I did now in my first 4 months and listened to Tanis and Chelsea, maybe a little bit more and been a little bit more consistent. And I didn't even open my package of Blitz cards, y'all, until like October. So there's that. Like it came with my kit. I didn't even open them. That's bad. But once I did, it totally was a game changer for me. So really get out, really talk to people. I started doing tons of events and parties, and I really found my niche there because I love talking to new people. So I get people all the time that ask me, do you have to do that? No, but I love it. Like I love going and finding these little vendor events or farmers markets or doing a wrap party in my house once a month just for my own friends, and I host them for my team, you know, and I really try to get everybody who's local to me to host an in-person party because it makes such a huge difference. To really have people in, you know, in front of your face. Here's a wrap. Here's the greens. Taste these. Taste the chews. Everybody that tastes the chews is like, yeah, I need that. Everyone, because they're good. So, you know, give out samples. Reach out to people. Blitz. Open your Blitz cards. Don't be like me. Wear a network shirt. Even, you know, if you're just wearing green and black, I do that sometimes. I don't have a whole ton of It Works shirts in my closet, so sometimes I just wear green and black stuff I already have, you know. And I wear my bracelet that came in my kit every day, everywhere I go, because people will ask you, and it just is a free conversation. So in February, I think I hosted like 12 belly-to-belly wrap parties. I did a fundraiser at my son's daycare with another girl on my team, Sarah. We did that 2 days in a row. I did, trying to think, another event somewhere else. I don't even remember. And we blitzed every weekend, every Sunday. Me and one of the girls on my team got together and we went out and we bought little individual bottles of orange juice and we tied a Blitz card to it and gave out an orange greens with it and said, here, taste this. Every Sunday we went out to little local businesses and did stuff like that. So I guess my biggest tip is to be purposeful. because I wasn't at first, but once I started, it really took off for me. So I went diamond last month, and now I'm 3 away from boxing for double diamond.
That's amazing. Thanks, Michelle. And one thing I'll really say about Michelle is what I love what you just said, and Tony Robbins said it too. So you're basically Tony Robbins anyway. So what I like what you said is when you make the decision, that's what it's all about, right? It's not just, joining this business and you're going to see how it happens, see what happens, right? It's the people who come in and they make the decision that it's going to happen for their family. Those are the people who promote. Those are the people who stick with it. Those are the people who have no excuses. And I know we're all busy. I totally get it. A lot of you guys have kids or school or jobs or other responsibilities, and I totally get that. I get that. But one thing I'll always say, and Jackie said that to me, was, don't let your why be your excuse. I know a couple girls are like, I feel bad when I'm on my phone. And my husband used to be really mad at me, you guys, when I was on my phone. And then one day I just said to him, I'm like, listen, like my husband was skeptical. Like he knew I was going to do it, but I said to him, listen, I'm like, I'm doing this. This is going to change our lives. And you just leave me alone. And I remember being, you guys, the month I went double, I was like, just shut up. Just shut up. I'm doing this. We were at a restaurant. I was on my phone. And he's like, oh, you're on your phone again. I'm like, listen, like I am getting this huge bonus this month. I'm going to change our lives. I'm going to pay off all our debt. And he never said anything again. Okay. Right. So now he's all about helping me with It Works. He just helped me set up my whole YouTube thing for me. I'm trying to do some more Instagram training and stuff, but he's all in now, right? Because he gets it. So if you have a spouse that is like I get it, because I was totally there. But then when you can buy them a new truck and just tell them to shut up, right? So you know what? If you have a spouse, because I know some of you guys have some unsupportive spouses, and I get that. I get it, right? I love it if you have someone who's super excited and is all in with you. That's great. But for a lot of us, they just don't get it until they see the dollar signs. They just don't get it. But any successful business doesn't happen overnight, right? So, finding out what works for you and then just running with it, like Michelle was saying, she loves doing one-on-ones and parties, right? And she's also on social media, and she always shows up on things, right? So, and that goes for a lot of you, I know a lot of you guys always show up on things, but it's the people that, don't want to learn, or they don't want to take your advice. It's hard to help people like that, right? Because unless Sally doesn't want it, why do I want it for her, right? I'm just saying Sally. Hope there's no Sallys. There's no Sallys on the team, but that's what I'm just saying, right? Like when I made the decision, when I joined, I was like, okay, I am getting that bonus. I had so many things and so many negative people. Oh my gosh, if you guys know the story about my brother, a lot of you guys do. But you guys, I don't care. Don't let people hold you back, because you know what? There's been so many girls, and I'll say this about Chelsea. When Chelsea joined, she even said it took her a while to get her first distributor, right? And then once she found out what worked for her, she was just on fire, right? So if you're signing lots of distributors, and that's great, and your business is rolling, that's great. If you're having like a stump in your business, do something different. That's the biggest thing I always say. Don't keep doing the same thing over and over again if it's not working for you. I say that all the time to people, because I feel like a lot of girls, they keep thinking if they keep doing the same thing over and over again, and I'll even, if it's any of my like direct girls, I'll tell them, but if they don't want to listen to me, it's kind of hard to help people, right? So it's really making the decision that you want to learn and listen. Like Michelle wasn't ready right at the beginning, right? But then something clicked with her, and then she was ready and she made the decision. So I really like that, what you said there, Michelle. I think that's great, because you have to make the decision that you really want this. When you get that 5-figure check, when Chelsea messaged me yesterday, it was kind of a blonde moment, but that's okay. I love her and we're both blonde. I was like, holy crap, you're a 6-figure earner. She was like, it was funny. But 6 figures, like over $100,000 a year. Who does that from their phone? And she's not even 30 years old, right? You know what? That's crazy to me. I mean, she's been making a great income for a long time, but you know what? When you start making 6 figures in a year, like to me, I just want to just laugh at my brother, right? And don't let people bring you down. There's so many negative people out there, and you know what? It's them, right? Just focus on you and your state and what you want. If you're going to be a positive and happy and great person, great things are going to happen to you, right? But don't worry about negative people. I posted on the training page yesterday. Do not put negative posts on your social media. You are your brand. I know we all get in fights with our spouses or, or family, or there's crap going on in our lives, but don't put it on your social media. That's another big thing I'll really say. Please don't do that. Jake said, so Danielle was saying you've been in your phone a lot lately. I said, leave me alone. I'm making us money. Awesome, Danielle. It's so true, right? Because guys don't get it. They just don't get it at first. And Tanya's saying the same thing. He was skeptical. Yeah. Yeah. See? So now that he knows that you're working towards a $10,000 bonus, things are a little bit different now. Chelsea, can you tell us a little bit about how your day is? And, the one thing I'll say is when you're working towards promotions and, Chelsea's up for this big promotion this month, you have to really, really want it, right? You can't just see how it kind of goes. You have to be pushing for it. And you guys, it's still like the first week of March, and March we have 31 days. And, anything can happen. I mean, I've seen people come in and, start promoting like crazy, right? So don't think if you're just starting out, or if you think, you have a long ways to go with your promotion, it can totally happen. It can totally happen. You just have to really decide that you want it, right? Whether it's doing parties or one-on-ones or getting to meet people, just putting up posts on social media isn't going to get you there. Chelsea, can you tell us a little bit about your day? Here, I unmuted you. Sorry.
Like, where's the mute button? Yeah, so every single day, I mean, to me, it's second nature now to post because my business is my baby. My business is my full-time job now. Some of you may not know, some of you do. I was able to quit my traveling job because of It Works. I was away for the holidays and this brought me home. I didn't sign another contract again. And I was just so pumped up about that because I wasn't missing out on family events. I wasn't missing out on holidays, and I wasn't missing out on time with Phil anymore, which is great. So basically every single day I wake up and I really try to be a positive light for others. I think that's very important, especially with how our world is today. So I wake up and I post a positive post, not even necessarily geared towards the business, just because you want to break up your post. You don't want just it works, right? Unless it's you showing your adventure, that's kind of a roundabout way to kind of show it works and implement it into your life naturally. But you really want to be a human being. So I do a positive post, and then I go in and I'll talk about, my favorite products are like the Fat Fighters, the greens, our shake, everything, our skincare, whatever it is that day, I'm going to talk about it because I'm passionate about it. So that's really my biggest advice to you guys. Find a product that you fall in love with. If you haven't tried a product, you've got to be all in. That's a part of it. You know what I mean? We have so many products. You can find something that you love, right? So I'll talk about a product, and then I'll talk about the opportunity. I'm able to hang out. We're in Roanoke, Virginia right now. So out our window is just like a beautiful mountain, and there's like a little porch and everything. So I can actually go work out there. So I'll take a photo, whether it be, out the window or on the porch, and I'll just talk about the ease of working from in my pajamas and having a beautiful view, right? I can do that, and I can still do my schoolwork. I'm still in school. So that's, that's pretty crazy, but I'm able to do both, and I'm able to multitask, and that's a big thing. If you find that, or if you feel like you don't have enough time during the day, everybody has time for things that are going to change their lives. Everybody does. When people say that to me, I'm like, you don't have time to make a $10,000 bonus? Like what? It's a little crazy. But it's learning to multitask, and it's time management. So if you find that you are busy during the day, set up Buffer. Buffer is an app that allows you to pre-make your posts and shoot them out at whatever time frame you choose. So that's another way that you can be consistent without actually having to be on your phone. And then later in the evening, if you choose, you could do it, the next morning, whatever works for you with your schedule, go in and see who, interacted with those posts. And even if nobody's interacting, I promise you, people are always watching. They want to see you do it first. They want to see you succeed. So that's why posting is so vital, because you want to be the person that's remembered, right? If you're not taking your business seriously, people aren't going to take you seriously. So posting is showing up to the job. And then during the day, I'll do follow-ups. I don't follow up with the same people every day because that's salesy and that's just crazy. Mm-hmm. But I'll space it out. I always have potentials. You should always have potentials. Everybody's a potential because everybody can benefit from this. Everybody can benefit from the products. Everybody can benefit from the opportunity. So people are going to watch you regardless if they communicate with you. So posting is key every single day throughout the day. Following up is everything. Building new relationships. I work a lot in groups too. I'm passionate about pageantry, fitness, and makeup. That's kind of like something that I love. So I'm in a group for all three of those things. And I don't go on and just spew salesy posts on those groups. No, you go on and you interact with people. People will say, oh, what's your favorite like face primer? And you can go on and just chit chat, girl talk really, or any type of fitness group, just talk to people and grow that relationship. That's really what it comes down to. I don't know who that is. Really what it comes down to is network marketing, the relationship. So if you have the mindset.
Where's that?
Morgan, hit mute.
There, I muted you, Michelle. Michelle's getting rowdy.
It's not me. I unmuted myself to tell Morgan. It's not me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Morgan.
It's Morgan. Where's Morgan? Morgan, I muted you. Morgan's getting rowdy. Sorry.
What was I saying? Yeah, so this is a relationship business. So if you have the mindset of money, 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 me, it's not going to work because you're probably approaching it the wrong way. You have to be selfless, not selfish in this business. Obviously, we all have to look out for ourselves and we all want to make a living for ourselves, but you have to be a blessing to be blessed. I sound like a bumper sticker, but it's so true. It's so true. You have to genuinely ask people whenever you're talking to them, what do you have any allergies? We do have plant-based products. So you have to be that caring individual and ask them, hey, do you have any allergies? What are your main goals? And I always ask people too, like, what's your budget? Because we can work around anything. And that's what I'm talking to potentials. Make it about them and never answer questions that haven't been asked. A lot of times people want to send this big essay and it's like, no, you don't need to fill all the blanks in right now because they haven't even asked those questions yet. So keep your responses to like 2 to 3 sentences. That's something that I had to work on and that I do daily now. Whenever you're first starting, you're very excited. So it's normal to kind of word vomit, but you'll learn as you go, and you'll cringe a little bit a year later looking back. You'll be like, oh my God, I sent that. But we all do it. You'll learn as you go. You don't have to know everything overnight. And I think that a lot of people get a little distraught about that. So I wake up, I do my posts. I set time aside for personal development. If you find yourself in any type of slump or negative mindset, I can tell you right now, I can't reach it, but I'd show you some of my books. Self-development is key. Even if it's only 5, 10, 15 minutes, read a few pages, light that fire inside of you and just say, hey, I'm going to kick ass today. Pardon my French, but it's really what it is. We're all human. We all have curveballs thrown at us. We all get sick. We all have family matters that happen. It happens, but you're a business owner, right? So if something were to happen and you owned a shop, you would have an employee there to keep the shop open. Well, it's just you here, right? Mm-hmm. So though you may have things in life happen, you still have to stay open. I know it can be hard, but that's also where time management and things like that come into play. So just stay consistent. Follow up with people. Follow-up Friday is a big thing. If you don't want to follow up every day, I do with different people. Follow-up Friday, it's payday. So that's another big one. Personal development, make sure you're charting. If you don't have your chart printed out, you don't know really where to put people and how to achieve Diamond. Charting is your roadmap. Don't try to reinvent the wheel and put Sally with Jody and just because they're friends, right? Yes, you want friends to work together, but new people are always going to get acquainted with each other and become a team and become a unit. So you want to follow that roadmap. There's a reason that it works. And it's because they give us the steps to success. They give us the charts. They give us the tools to succeed. My tools are no different than Tanis's. Tanis's are no different than Jackie's. A lot of you know Jackie. All of our tools are the same. It's how we utilize them. So don't overcomplicate it, follow the steps to success, stay consistent, be intentional, be positive, help people, help others. And I promise you, your business is going to flourish. So that's kind of my day. I work out and I'm able to connect with people at the gym. We go to hockey games and I connect with people there and I can still talk to you guys. And yeah, it's a part of my life. So I take it wherever I go. Right. So it's not like I turn it off and on. It's always on. So hopefully that makes sense.
That's awesome. And the one thing I'll really say about Chelsea is from the get-go, she made the decision that she wanted this, and she, you know, she will always message me, or like, I mean, she knows what she's doing, right? But like, it's like when I started, I had no idea what I was doing, right? And, you know, the girl who signed me up, like, just went Ruby, actually, right? So I didn't really have that upline, right? And I mean, she started like 2.5 years ago, the girl who signed me up. So I went to Steph and Jackie, right? Our double diamond and presidential above me. And you know what? I wanted to learn as much as possible. I bugged the crap out of them. I love it when people message me and want to get on phone calls with me. You know, it's a little bit different now. There's so many of us. So I really like to try and plan out things. So if you have a phone call or a coaching call or want to meet up with someone, that's fine. But message them, right? Like message whoever your diamond leader is or your upline. I mean, if it's myself or, you know, Robin, Chelsea, Tori, Michelle, anyone, right? Like, ask us for help. Come to us. And like, you know, if you want to do a party or if you want to meet up. And I mean, I know a lot of you guys don't live here or, I mean, and then I do have girls in Winnipeg too, if you want to meet up or if you want to meet up with someone. You know, I know there's some girls who message me every single day and they have, you know, huge goals. And then there's some girls who just want to be kind of left on their own to do their own thing. And that's fine too. But I know a lot of the girls I speak to every single day because, you know, they want to take my advice. If you don't want to take my advice, that's fine. But I always recommend taking advice from someone who's at where you want to get to. I mean, I've been in this the longest. Jackie's been in this, oh my gosh, like 2 years longer than me. And you know, she's ready to go ambassador now, right? She's been presidential for a while and she made the decision that she's ready for ambassador now, right? You know, so everybody's businesses are different, but you know, Jackie is a good friend and mentor to me, but I help her out with things too, you know? You know, she asks me for advice about social media and, you know, how I do Zooms and parties and stuff. And she's all about doing one-on-ones and parties. And she and I joke around because she's just getting into the social media thing, right? So, you know, work with others. You know, if you have someone on the team who's not even on your direct team, I mean, I know everybody's kind of different about this, but I have lots of sideline friends. It's either a good thing or a bad thing, right? So the thing with that is I have a lot of friends who are, you know, whether I have lots of double, triple presidential ambassador friends and they're all like genuine friends and I like to help them. They like to help me. I've been on Zooms with their teams. I invite them to my parties to help because honestly, if they're a friend of mine, I want to help them. But then there's some people that you kind of don't want to be friends with. You never really know some people, right? So just trust your gut, right? But what I love so much about this business is, I mean, it's really one team, one mission, right? Like it's all about, you know, helping everybody. I mean, of course, I want every single person on our team to have all the tools and the knowledge first because you guys are my priority, right? But, you know, ask your upline for help. If you don't want their help, that's fine. But you know what? Take advice from someone who's at where you want to be, right? We all started the same way. And whether you promoted quickly or, you know, you're just getting started now, or maybe you had a rough patch, but you know what? Anything can change tomorrow. I will tell you that as a fact. I've had bad days. Oh my gosh, it's been a crazy like week over here. You know what? But you know what? I make the decision. I know what I want for my family. I know what I want for the families on my team. And I'm committed to this 110%. Of course I have bad days. I already told my husband tomorrow morning, I'm just gonna go and get my nails done or something. I just need a kind of breather for myself, right? And it's good to do stuff like that because sometimes I'm like, go, and then I burn myself out, right? So take time for you, but remember, if you want to make thousands of dollars, if you want to make 5 figures a month, or you want to make $20,000 a month, whatever your goal is, you can totally do it. Like this business is crazy. It's crazy what it's done for so many people I know. Do getting network marketing books help? I bought one called Be a Network Marketing Leader. Yes, books are great. I really like GoPro. You know, there's Beach Money, there's You Are a Badass, there's Girl Code. I really love Tony Robbins and I love Gary Vaynerchuk, you guys. He's like a social media like guru. He swears a lot, so if you guys don't like swearing, that's fine. But he's very, very smart. He's 41 and he got into the whole Twitter, Google, Facebook, Instagram, and he's super smart. So if you are working social media, you need to learn what you're doing, because if it's not working for you, you need to learn. I really followed a lot of Jade Hooper and Jocelyn Yates tips when I started, because I was just using social media for connecting with friends and stuff, right? So remember, if you're just putting up one post, you know, there's some girls who join and literally put up one post and they don't post again for another week. And they're like, oh, no one's interested. And I'm like, well, because you're not working your business, right? Mm-hmm. And that's okay, because a lot of people just don't know. And that's why we talk about the 3-3 rule, because it works. It works. It works. But you know what? These girls are smart. They knew what they were doing. And, you know, girls like Alyssa Bilyeu and, you know, Susan Wade, if you look at their Facebook, especially Alyssa Bilyeu, she's got a beautiful Facebook and beautiful Instagram. You want nice, clean, clear photos. Don't put up ads and posty type pictures, right? Like join my team, and you know, I don't do stuff like that, right? People want to join you, and they want to join you in your journey, right? So make a brand for yourself, and you know, have it be very positive and, you know, happy, and you know, people are going to want to be a part of that, right? Okay, who else? You guys have just talked about the books. Okay, awesome. I love personal development, especially the higher the ranks you go up, you have to deal with more things. You have to deal with more team members. I mean, things happen and we all get emotional. We're women, right? So things happen, right? So a lot of people have good days or bad days. And, you know, sometimes I wake up in the morning, you guys, and I have like a million messages and I'm like, oh my gosh, right? And then I'm just like, okay, then I'm like grateful. I'm like, my team needs me, right? And if someone doesn't get, myself or Chelsea or whoever doesn't get back to you right away, it's just because literally, you know, there's a lot of people and we want to help everyone. And that's why we have the team pages. When you're a double diamond, you go off and have your own page. You know, I know lots of you guys have your own pages, and, you know, Tori's going to go off soon, and Robin, and, you know, a lot of girls have their own pages. And, you know, do Zooms with your teams. Do parties with your team. We had a great party last night. It was so fun. Chelsea did a party last night with her downline. Caroline did a party. Like, do things with your team. I remember getting to Diamond and a whole bunch of people, like, kind of like, you know, not all, you know, whether maybe they didn't show up. But I just kept going. I just kept doing parties. I just kept doing Zooms. Whoever wanted to show up. If I just was like, oh, no one else is doing it, I shouldn't, well, then I definitely wouldn't be where I am now. You'll find those people that come into your business and want it, and then you're going to run with those people, right? But you have to put in the work. Don't just put up things on social media and expect everybody to just flock to you, right? It's more than just putting up posts on social media. So really learn what works for you. And, you know, if you really want to promote, like, you really need to put in the work. You know, so I know one thing I'm going to say, and then if anyone else wants to ask me questions, we have like 10 minutes or so. One thing I'll really say is that I am obsessed. I am a workaholic because I want to make $37,000 US a month, you know, and I'm not that far away from that, right? And to me, it's crazy to where I was a year ago. A year ago, I was just promoting to Double Diamond. And, you know, it's crazy what can happen in a couple months to a year. It's really crazy what can happen in your business. So to me, I was like, I don't go run off and do, you know, errands or do all these special things because I'm more focused on my business. It's okay that you're going and doing little things, but, you know, don't make excuses or go do things. And when people say they can't get on a Zoom because they're busy, or that's fine, but if they're busy and they're not willing to want to learn and make more income and better their business, maybe they're not really serious about it, right? So, you know, people are allowed to, you don't have to be on everything. That's not what I'm saying, because there's so much going on. I mean, in that push group too, there's just so much going on all the time. But what we're saying is that you really need to show up and learn, because, you know, your leaders want to help you, but it starts with you putting in the work, right? You have to want to get a $10,000 bonus. It's not me. It's not Robin, Chelsea, Michelle, Tori. You know what? It's like you really have to want it. So does anyone have any questions they want to talk about? Because I know a lot of you guys are running for Diamond this month, and that's why I thought it'd be fun to do a Zoom like this. Does anyone have any questions? Or I mean, even if you have a couple distributors right now, you can still go Diamond soon. So don't feel like, you know, it's a prime example. Look at Michelle. She started doing all these parties and one-on-ones, right? Like, and now she's almost at double diamond, right? So it's crazy what can happen. Diamond and double diamond, I think, were my hardest promotions. And then once I got there, I had such a strong foundation. It was so exciting, you know, and now I look at this team now and it's just amazing, you guys. So please ask any questions right now. It's almost 8, but if anyone has any questions they want to chat about, and I'll upload this on the team page right away too. What is a good follow-up message for potentials that show interest and don't really answer anymore? Okay. We were chatting a little bit about this on the Zoom earlier with Denise. We did like a power hour. Honestly, you guys, following up is everything. If you follow up with someone once, if I followed up with Chelsea once and never talked to her again, maybe she would have joined someone else, right? So following up with people, if they're interested in, are they interested in the business or the products? Honestly, I always follow up with people and I'm like, hey girl, like I've been thinking about you. I would love for you to join my team. I'm like pretty bold with people, but also I grow that relationship and friendship first, mostly LCs. So sometimes people are waiting for payday. That's why you want to follow up with them. I like when you're following up with them on Fridays. You know, I always say, you know, oh, Michelle's raising her hand. Michelle, you can talk. Michelle's better at following up. You talk, Michelle.
I'm not better at following up. I just thought about something. One time I watched a video of one of the top earners. I don't remember who it was, but they said that if you're talking to somebody about a product and they're not responding, to go to their page, comment on their stuff, right? And then go back to yours and post about that product. And then it comes up in their newsfeed and makes them think about it.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, especially, so exactly. I love that what you said that, Michelle, because I have some people who are waiting to buy hair, skin, nails right now. So then I'll go post hair, skin, nails, right? And they're like, oh, wow, look at that before and after, right? So people need to keep seeing it. That's the thing. I know my biggest drawback, I need to talk more about the products. I focus so much about the opportunity. But it's true, I need to talk about the products too. I feel annoying if they stop responding. Do you keep messaging? Honestly, I will follow up with people until they tell me to buzz off. But I'm not annoying. I will message them and I'll chat with them about like their family, their kids, or, oh, look at Mason. So cute. Because you know what, honestly, you guys, I know what this business and has done for my family. So unless someone straight up tells me no, I will keep messaging people. But I'm not annoying and I'm like, join my team, buy products. Like I'm not like ShamWow, like, you know, but I really like to keep connecting with people. That's my biggest thing. I've always been a people person and I've always liked, you know, to help people, right? All my jobs I've ever done. I actually, you guys, she's not on this right now, but it was funny. One of the distributors on the team, I was chatting with her one day and she was telling me that she doesn't really like people. And I was like, oh, I said to her, well, you know what? That could be a problem if you don't really like people, right? And she's a great girl and she does the business and everything. And she was a customer of mine first, right? But the thing is, in this business, you have to be a people person or get out of your comfort zone and try, right? I mean, you have to put yourself out there because, you know, if I didn't talk to people and I didn't talk about my opportunity in the business, I mean, no one would want to join my team, right? So you have to like people and want to help people. I just thought that was kind of funny. If people that keep telling me payday, but when the day comes, they push it off. Okay, that happens. Sorry, I'm just reading some posts here. You know, honestly, I've had people who just can't afford it at that time. Also, if people can't afford it, I always, always, always offer them the opportunity. I have a girl right now I met the other day, and she really is interested, and she just can't afford it. So I'm helping her to pre-sell her wraps right now. So that's always a good thing that you can do. I'm always happy to do parties. Like, ask your upline to do parties. We always want to help. But if someone really wants to join the business or they really want the product, tell them to sell something. I know a lot of people have sold things, to either buy products or, start their business. I mean, look at the Duns. I know they were in a really bad place when they started. Danielle says, I have a potential that wanted to order and I have followed up with her about 7 times, like once a week, and she's been seeing my messages but not responding. I've been commenting on her posts on Facebook and she responds to my comments so she can see my posts. I'm actually going to try to contact her tomorrow. So you know what? Sometimes if people just don't respond, Chelsea did that to me. She didn't respond to me, but then I would chat about something else. And then I would just keep talking about my business and the products. And then I would keep chatting with her. And then I would bring up the business again. And then when she was ready, she came to me, because sometimes people just aren't ready. They want to keep seeing what you're doing in your business. Mm-hmm. If you're not bringing in distributors and customers, change what you are doing. You should be following the steps to success every single month. And I know a lot of you guys are rock stars. Oh my gosh, so many new distributors have come in this week and customers. And myself, you guys, I'm working on like 10 people right now. And I'm like, why haven't they joined? Why haven't they joined? But you know what? They're going to join when they're ready. It's okay, right? It's okay. And then, you know what? Some of them will probably join next week. Or, you know, I know a couple of them are waiting for payday. And you know what? So don't feel bad if people aren't jumping in right away with the BOGO. I mean, the BOGO is amazing, right? But if people aren't ready, they're just not ready. You know, an extra box of wraps isn't always going to push everybody. I've switched up what I do several times, still waiting to find my niche. And that's okay, Michelle. You know what? And you guys, social media, if social media doesn't work for you, do parties, do one-on-ones, like grow your network. That's the biggest thing. I see so many girls on Instagram. And if you have 50 followers, you guys, nothing's going to happen on Instagram. Nothing's going to happen. You have to have like 1,000. And I say this all the time. You have to have 1,000 and you can keep building it. But if you have like 100 or 50 or 100 people, like it's kind of a waste of time. And I found that out really quickly when I started doing Instagram training. And I'm actually chatting with this girl tonight because I want to learn more about Instagram, because I like to add people on Instagram and then I like to take them over onto Facebook. So you always want to be growing your network. Does anyone else want to say anything real quick? And then I know we'll stop the Zoom because I kind of wanted to keep it at an hour. I don't want to babble away to you guys. Sue, you're promoting this month, right? So Sue, what are you doing? I'm going to unmute you.
There we are. Sorry.
Yay, I unmuted you.
I'm messaging people. I've been building more relationships than anything, and it's working very well for me.
Good.
I kind of think that that's my niche now.
Awesome.
Yep.
See, people just need to find out what works for them.
In 1 month, I got 9 loyal customers.
That's amazing.
So that's better than I've ever done.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But this month is it.
Awesome. And you know what? You want to work with the people who want it too, right? The people who are, you know, really showing you that they want to promote, right? You know, we have so many amazing girls on the team right now. Like so many, like it's crazy how amazing our team is, you guys. So many people are working towards promotions, but go to your upline, tell them if you need a plan, tell them if you want to do parties or you need help with them to bring in potentials. So your uplines want to help you, but just ask, right? Totally just ask. And show up on, you know, anything that you can learn more of, you know, and if something's not working, try something else. That's the biggest thing. I'm so glad we got to do this tonight. I know so many of you guys are claiming diamond this month, and I know a lot of you guys are claiming double and triple, and it's so exciting. It's so exciting to see all the promotions. So many promotions last month too. I was really excited. And if you haven't promoted, don't worry about it, because you can promote. Every month is a new month. That's what I love so much about this business too. It kind of makes me cringe when everything goes back to zero. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, oh my gosh. Why is it all going back to zero at the beginning of the month, right? I remember when I first started, I was like, why did that happen? Oh my God. I was freaking out. But you know what? This business is so amazing. You can find, I know a new girl in the business, Jamie, she's just added like all these new people to the team page, you know? So be intentional, like what Chelsea said, make the decision and decide that you're going to do this, right? It all starts with you and deciding how bad you want it.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
So make sure, I mean, you don't have to ever do what we say, but it's just always advice. And we're here to mentor you and be here for you guys. But my suggestion is make sure that you're launching your new distributors, because then they have kind of a place they can go to look through and skim through and kind of learn a little bit. I mean, they have their websites, of course, but they can even go refer to their own event and, invite their potentials there. If they have family and friends, they can come on. Hey, I'm starting my new business. I'm super excited. Your support would mean so much to me. Would you mind coming, or would you like an invite? I mean, you always want to send out a message first. You don't never want to mass invite people, because that's super salesy. We've all been invited to things like that, and it's just like, wait, where are these notifications coming from? I didn't even ask to be in this. So don't be that person. Just, send a message genuinely, and if somebody wants to come, then great. If not, oh well, then you at least have their attention. They're going to watch your newsfeed now. But I definitely recommend launching your new distributors, especially if you want your business to grow quickly. Whenever you sign your LCs, this is something that I actually want to start implementing. When you sign your LCs, if you can, or if they're willing, have them book an event. I mean, they can host, or you can host a party for them, and they'll get like a free wrap or something, or 5 days of greens on the go or something like that. And then you're going to be touching base with the people that they know, right? So if they don't want to do that, that's fine. Posting on your wall about a party. Yeah, I mean, you could tell people that you're hosting an event for sure. I do that all the time. I did that actually yesterday whenever we were hosting our team party. So if you want to make like a cute little thing that says, hey, if you want to join the party, or if you're interested in the business aspect, here's a link. A link will be posted here. You can totally do that. But your LCs can host parties, guys, in person or online. So they can get a free wrap, like I said, or greens on the grow, anything like that. And then you're getting exposure and getting in front of their friends too. Because Michelle and I actually were at an event in our town whenever I was home. And it's a little big town. It's not huge by any means, but it's also not small. And people were still like, what's It Works? Like, people don't know. So you never know. Your loyal customer could have friends that have never heard of It Works and that crazy wrap thing, or all of our other great products, or the opportunity. So offer them that. Say, hey, if you book an event with me, or if you want to within the next, 7 to 10 days, I'll give you a free wrap to try, or maybe a product they haven't tried before. And boom, there you go. There's new exposure and new potentials. So just something that I'm actually going to start implementing into my business. But definitely launch all your distributors, just so they can kind of learn and educate themselves as they go as well.
That's awesome. Thanks, Chelsea. You guys, thanks so much for coming on tonight. I hope that helped. And we just thought, there's so many people running for Diamond right now. And you know what? Those who show up and really want to learn, that's how you're going to promote, right? So, just if it's important to you, you can make it happen. But you can make the decision and say that you're going to do it. You're not going to try to get to Diamond. You're going to do it, okay? Because your attitude and what you think, and it's going to get you there, right? So if you're saying that you're getting Diamond or double Diamond this month, you can totally do it, but you just have to decide that you're going to do it, and then you can do it. Michelle, awesome. All right, you guys, thanks so much. Does anyone have anything else quickly they want to ask or say? And then I'll stop this, and I have it recording, and I'll put it up on the team page right away. I appreciate you guys all. Thanks, Chelsea, and everyone else for coming on. Who's going Diamond and up this month? Yay! Awesome, guys. Have a good one. Thank you.